Hey everybody, this is Talkative Carl back again for another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we'll be playing with the main female protagonist decks. It's gonna be like Taya, Mai, Akiza, Carly Carmine, Luna, Dextra, and Zuzu / Lulu, and Julia Crystal. Might have to make it a two-parter, but let's see. First we're gonna start off with Taya, who has technically never lost single duel in Duel Monsters arc. Unfreaking believable. It just boggles the mind. I think she's the only one that actually has a perfect score aside from the main protagonist of Reigns. I think she's the only one that has like technically a perfect score. But let's not rehash that. Let's go over her cards. Excuse me. I had to throw in a little bit of Serenity Wheeler's cards along with what's her name? Rebecca. At least a tiny bit. Elf's Light. A light monster equipped with this card increases his attack by 400 points and decreases his defense by 200 points. Offerings to the Doom. Target one face-up monster on the field, destroy that target. Also skip your next draw phase. Silver Bow and Arrow. A fairy type monster equipped with this card increases its attack and defense by 300 points. A rival appears. Select one face-up monster your opponent controls. Special summon one monster from your hand that has the same level as the selected monster. Compulsory evacuation device. Target one monster on the field, return that target to the hand. Damage vaccine max. Omega max. When you take damage by battle or by a card effect, gain life points equal to the damage you took. Draining Shield. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and if you do, gain life points equal to the target's attack. Gift of the Mystical Elf. Increase your life points by 300 points for each monster on the field. Gravity Bind. Level 4 or higher monsters cannot attack. Horn of Heaven. When a monster will be summoned, tribute one monster, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. Mitsuzuri. Activate only when a monster is sent from the field to the graveyard. Select and destroy one monster on the field. You can only activate this card during the damage step. Solemn Wishes. Increase your life points by 500 points for each time you draw a card or cards. Wabaku. You take no battle damage from your opponent's monsters this turn. The monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. Ancient Elf. This elf is rumored to have lived for thousands of years. He leads an army of spirits against his enemies. Looks like a woman, especially with the chest area. I always thought that. I had this card in real life and they always look like a woman to me. Dumas Dark Witch. Dumas Dark Witch. Or Dunamis Dark Witch. Even when all odds are against this brave fairy, he will press onwards in battle and never retreat. Fairy's Gift. This flying monster is known for delivering happiness to all. Gemini Elf. Elf twins that alternate their attacks. Happy Lover. Enemies become overjoyed when struck by the heart ray emitted from the forehead of this tiny cherub. Petite Angel. Quick moving tiny fairy that's very difficult to hit. Shining Friendship. The peacemaker among monsters. First Dark Magician Girl. Dark Lord Marie, formerly known as Marie the Fallen One. Once per turn during your standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you gain 200 life points. Fairy Archer. During your main phase, you can inflict 400 damage to your opponent for each face-up light monster you control. This card cannot attack during the same turn you activate this effect. Only one Fairy Archer can have its effect activated per turn. Fire Princess. Each time you gain life points, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Guardian Angel Joan. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to the original attack of that destroyed monster in the graveyard. Her favorite card, Magician of Faith. Flip effect, target one spell card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. Maha Vilo. This card gains 500 attack for each equipped card equipped to this card. Shining Angel. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one light monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in face-up attack position. Soul Angel. Flip effect, draw one card. Soul of Purity and Light. This card cannot be normal summon or set. This card can only be special summoned by removing from play 2 light monsters in your graveyard. All monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack during their battle phase only. The Forgiving Maiden. The Forgiving Maiden. Offer this face-up card as tribute to return to your hand one of your monsters destroyed as a result of battle during this turn. The Unhappy Maiden. When this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, the battle phase for that turn ends immediately. And Saint Joan requires the Forgiving Maiden and Marie the Fallen One. So let's use Taya's cards. I think this will be the last time I'll do anything with Taya's deck, or supposed facsimile of. You beat Crump, Joey before the season began, and because my forfeited. Can you believe that crap? Need my weaker monsters. Ah. Oh well. Get rid of my own card so I can use my other cards. That's the case. I'm excited for myself. I actually finally got like a voiceover gig. Small, but at least I finally got one yesterday. I mean, like I done it yesterday. So yeah, it was like it's thrilling, a good word for it. It's like I was definitely proud of myself. I was excited, you know, finally got one. It was, you know, hard work, you know, constantly auditioning. Eventually, by odds of probability, eventually I would have gotten, you know, something. But it just feels good to finally land one. Is it gonna just do 2 each instead of 3 each, like the last videos, just to move things along? Luckily, I'm not working on Sunday, so I can really put in some time for these videos. Oh boy. Just in case. Oh, I only found out earlier today there's gonna be a new Yu-Gi-Oh game. Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel later on in the year for the PS5, well, all platforms, but I want to get it for the Xbox Series S, just like I got this game for the Xbox One. Just in case. Don't know if that game will have like campaigns like this, but it's well, I don't know. Seems like it's like a combination of, it looked like a combination of Duel Links and this, but I did not see like a, you know, like a campaign with all the seasons on there you can play through. They didn't give much information. I'll save Graceful Charity. I think Disgraceful Charity is actually a real card now. Like with that new Yu-Gi-Oh game, because I've been like constantly saying, look, we need like the next update, but I guess since we can get a whole new game, we can get like more modern, well, at least up-to-date cards to use. So I can probably build an actual good Taya deck. Crap. They want to summon Saint Joan. Screw it. Now let's get on with my idea. I'm currently binge watching the season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters during the Orichalcos arc. Not gonna say much about it now, but it's like once I look beyond just the duels, it's like there was like a lot of interesting stuff that I saw. So okay, I combined the Amazon with the Harpy ladies. I think it is a good fit. Pretty good. Amazoness Fighting Spirit. But Amazoness monster attacks a monster with higher attack. The attacking monster gains 1000 attack during damage calculation only. Similar to like Skyscraper. Amazoness Heirloom. Equipped only to an Amazoness monster. Once per turn, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle. When the equipped monster attacks, after damage calculation, destroy the attack target. Amazoness Spellcaster. Target one Amazoness monster you control and one face-up monster your opponent controls with the original attack of those targets until the end of this turn. Amazoness Village. All Amazoness monsters gain 200 attack. Once per turn, when an Amazoness monster is destroyed by battle or by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Amazoness monster from your deck with level less than or equal to that Amazoness monster in the graveyard. Cyber Shield. Equipped only to Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters, it gains 500 attack. Elegant Egotist. If Harpy Lady is on the field, special summon one Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters from your hand or deck. Harpy Lady Phoenix Formation. Pretty sure the next game is gonna have Spiral Formation because that one's pretty dang good too. If you control 3 or more Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters, target as many monsters your opponent controls as possible, but not more than the total number of Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters you control. Destroy those targets, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack among those destroyed monsters. Your choice if tied. You cannot special summon monsters from the main deck or extra deck, nor conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. Harpy's Feather Duster. Destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Harpy's Hunting Ground. All winged beast type monsters gain 200 attack and defense. When any Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters are normal or special summoned, the player who conducted the summon targets one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target. Hysteric Sign. When this card is activated, add one Elegant Egotist from your deck or graveyard to your hand. During the end phase of the turn this card was sent from the field or hand to the graveyard, add up to 3 Harpy cards with different names from your deck to your hand. You can only activate this once per turn, and only once that turn. Triangle Ecstasy Spark. Until the end phase, the attack of all Harpy Lady Sisters currently on the field become 2,700. Your opponent cannot activate any traps. Trap cards also negate all your opponent's trap cards effects on the field. Amazoness Archers. Activate only when your opponent declares an attack while you control an Amazoness monster. All monsters your opponent controls are changed to face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated and lose 500 attack as long as they remain on the field. As long as they remain face-up on the field. Your opponent must attack with all of their monsters. Amazonis Shamanism. Destroy all face-up Amazonis monsters you control. Then you can special summon any number of level 4 or lower Amazonis monsters from your graveyard in face-up defense position up to the number of monsters destroyed by this effect. Amazonis Willpower. Select one Amazonis monster in your graveyard and special summon it in attack position. Cannot change its battle position and must attack if able. When this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. Dramatic Rescue. Activate only when a card is activated that targets an Amazonis monster. Return the targeted monster to its owner's hand and special summon one other monster from your hand. Mirror Wall. Each of your opponent's monsters that conducted an attack while this card was face up on the field has its attack halved as long as this card remains on the field. During each of your standby phases, pay 2,000 life points or destroy this card. Queen's Pawn. Activate only when an Amazonis monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. Also summon one level 4 or lower Amazonis monster from your deck. Shadow of Eyes. When a monster is set on your opponent's side of the field, target one of those set monsters, change that set monster to face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated. Sky Scout, formerly known as Harpy's brother, don't know why they changed it. With eyes like a hawk and a flying speed exceeding Mach 5, this monster is a master of the sky. Amazonis Archer. You contribute 2 monsters to inflict 1200 damage to your opponent. Amazonis Blowpiper. Like one face-up monster your opponent controls during each of your standby phases, it loses 500 attack until the end of this turn. Amazonis Chainmaster. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 1500 life points, look at your opponent's hand, then add one monster from their hand to your hand. Amazonis Fighter. You take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. Amazonis Paladin. This card gains 100 attack for each Amazonis monster you control. Amazonis Queen. Amazonis monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Amazonis Sage. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked and is still face up on the field, target one spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Amazonis Scouts. During either player's turn, you can tribute this card face up. This turn, this face up Amazonis monster you can face up Amazonis monsters you currently control cannot be targeted by monster effects and cannot be destroyed by card effects. Amazonis Swordswoman. Your opponent takes all battle damage that you would have taken from a battle involving this card. Amazonis Tiger. You can only control one Amazonis Tiger. This card gains 400 attack for each Amazonis monster you control. Your opponent cannot attack any face-up Amazonis monster except this one. Amazonis Trainee. Monsters destroyed by battle with this card are returned to the bottom of the deck instead of going to the graveyard. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it gains 200 attack. Birdface. When this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, you can add one Harpy Lady from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Harpy Chandler. You can discard one Harpy card, special summon one Harpy monster from your deck in face-up defense position. Except Chandler, you only use this effect once per turn. While you control a dragon type monster, this card's level becomes 7. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady while it's on the field or in the graveyard. Harpy Dancer. You can target one wind monster you control, return it to the hand, then you can normal summon one wind monster. You can only use this effect of Harpy Dancer once per turn. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady while on the field or in the graveyard. Harpy Harpist. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady while it's on the field or in the graveyard. You can only use this effect you can only use each of these effects of Harpy Harpist once per turn. When this card is normal summon, you can target one winged beast type monster you control other than this card, and one face-up monster your opponent controls, turn them to the hand. Or during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add one level 4 winged beast type monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. Harpy Ladies 1. This card's name is always treated as Harpy Lady. All wind monster gains 300 attack. Harpy Lady 2. Negate the effects of flip effect monsters this turn. This card destroys by battle. Harpy Lady 3. An opponent's monster dead battles, this card cannot declare an attack during your opponent's next 2 turns. Harpy Lady Sisters. Cannot be normal summon or set, must first be special summoned with Elegant Egotist. Harpy Queen. You can discard this card to the graveyard, add one Harpy's Hunting Ground from your deck to your hand. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady while on the field or in the graveyard. Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon. This card gains effects based on the number of Harpy monsters you control except Baby Dragon. One or more, your opponent cannot target Harpy monsters you control for attacks except Pet Baby Dragon. 2 or more, double the original attack and defense of this card. Or 3 or more, once per turn you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Harpy's Pet Dragon. This card gains 300 attack and defense for each Harpy Lady on the field. And Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon requires 3 level 4 wind monsters to summon. This card's effect can only be applied class resolved while it has an Xyz material. This card can attack your opponent directly. Your opponent cannot target any Harpy monsters with effects or attacks. During each of your end phases, detach one Xyz material from this card. Ooh, okay. Not a good hand. Wow. Clearly no monsters. Finally. Oh boy. Oh, thank God. Oh my God. I'm extremely looking out right now. Just by the skin of my freaking life points. Let's go against Merrick with my. Could have went with my gut on that one. How you like that? Just in case. That's what I thought. All right then. So next is Alexis. That is up and ready. Where is it? There we go. Doesn't have it, none of the cyber blader, well, all the cyber stuff. Okay. Stop this. Sorry, it feels like I'm breathing on the mic. I'm trying not to. Really up against my face. Okay, it's gonna take a minute here. Don't know why I went backwards like that, but okay. Okay, Blade Skater. I get the ice berries in here. Not ice berry, but those like white knight deck. And you. This is missing cards. Question. Something else like, and I recognize from the image that I took. Pitch is kind of small and make it out. There is. Ritual. Yeah. Okay. Oh. We can go all that. Alright, Alexis Rhodes. Fulfillment of the contract. Pay 800 life points. Select one ritual monster from your graveyard. It's supposed to summon it and equip it with this card. When it's, oh my god, I forgot like all my duns. Oh, freaking ritual. Fusion monsters. Now, what was that? Fusion. Yeah, to this card. When this card is destroyed, remove the equipped monster from play. Fusion Gate. Fusion Weapon. Equip only to a level 6 or lower fusion monster. Equipped monster gains 1500 attack and defense. Rare gold armor. As long as you control the monster equipped with this card, your opponent cannot attack other monsters other than the equipped monster. Ritual of Grace. Ritual Weapon. Equip only to a level 6 or lower ritual monster. It gains 1500 attack and defense. it go. Double passe. When an opponent's monster declares an attack on a face-up attack position monster you control, make your opponent's attack a direct attack instead and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the attack target you control. Also, that monster you control can attack your opponent directly during your next turn. Hollowed Life Barrier. Discard one card from your hand. This turn, any damage you take from your opponent's cards and effects becomes 0. Solemn Judgment. When a monster will be summoned or a spell or trap card is activated, pay half your life points, negate the activation or summon, and if you do, destroy that card. Spell Shield Type 8. Activate one of these effects. When a spell card is activated that targets exactly one monster on the field, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Or when a spell card is activated, send one spell card from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Fear Barrier. While you control a monster, you take no battle damage. Synthetic Seraphim. Each time a counter trap card is activated, special summon one Synthetic Seraphim token, a Fairy Light, level 1, 300 attack and defense. Urgent Ritual. If you control no ritual monsters, banish one ritual spell card from your hand or graveyard. This card's effect becomes that ritual effect that ritual summons a monster when this card is activated. Blade Skater. An image of beauty on the ice, this gorgeous warrior rips her opponents into pieces with her stylish Axel Slicer attack. Cold Enchanter. You can discard one card to target one face-up monster on the field. Place one ice counter on that target. This card gains 200 attack for each ice counter on the field. Cyber Gymnast. Once per turn, you can discard one card, then target one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Cyber Prima. When this card is tribute summoned, destroy all face-up spell cards on the field. Cyber Tutu. If the attack of each monster your opponent controls is higher than the attack of this card can attack your opponent directly. Etoile Cyber. If this card attacks your opponent directly, it gains 500 attack during the damage step only. Mine on Air. Your opponent must play with their hand revealed. Snow Dragon. When this card is destroyed by a battle or by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, place one ice counter on each face-up monster on the field. Snow Dust Dragon. You can special summon this card from your hand by removing 4 ice counters from anywhere on the field. Other monsters with ice counters cannot attack or change their battle position. Snowman Creator. When this card is summoned, you can create a number of ice counters equal to the number of water monsters you control. Place them on a face-up monster your opponent controls. Then if you place 3 or more ice counters by this effect, you can destroy one card your opponent controls. White Knight Dragon. During either player's turn, when a spell or trap card that targets this card is activated, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. When another face-up monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can send one spell or trap card you control to the graveyard, change the attack target to this card. White Knight Queen. Cannot be special summoned. Once per turn, you can target one set card, destroy that target. There's a Cyber Angel as a ritual, but it's not in this game for some dang reason. Or maybe it is and I just didn't get it, but I can't draw any cards from the packets here. Cyber Blader requires Etoile Cyber and Blade Skater. While your opponent controls only one monster, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. While your opponent controls 2 monsters, double this card's attack. If they control 3 monsters, negate the effects of your opponent's spell, trap, and effect monsters cards. Now, Not a good start. Oh boy. Yeah. Really not a good start. Yeah, because I don't like Alexa's cards. I really don't. It would be helpful if this game had like more support. I had to like bumble a bit with not bumble up or anything like that, but just I don't know, it's not getting the necessary hand I like. This is not a good, I won't say it's not a good balance, it just doesn't work for me, you know? So we're gonna go to Lulu. Oh, not Lulu, Luna. Another so-called duels that I do not like. I always say do better with, you know, making female characters that can actually play. The ratio is just off, you know, or just way off. Or it's like those who can play and those who can't. Like Dextra, Selena, Mai. Those are kind of female duelists that we need in a Yu-Gi-Oh series that can actually play. That's the main, like not the, well, at least the main female protagonist, and not the supporting cast. Because you're wasting like airtime with the weaker ones. That's like the little girl, cheerleader girl, and And Zexal. God, she's the worst of the worst. Hell, even Caesar's a better player. Where's Luna? Unless she doesn't have a profile. I think she don't. No, she does not. So we'll just go with Leo since they're twins. It's like, yeah. But yeah, they're twins, so it's not like, yeah. Did get that right, Zuzu and some Lena. Okay. Ancient fairy dragon. After this will be part 1. I'll do part 2 some point next week. Should add this to Taya's deck, but whatever. I don't really care about Taya's deck at the end of the day. hop onto some Final Fantasy X right after this. Mm. And she has some weirdo cards. Trying to skip on cards. I can't zoom in any closer to make a discernible words out of the picture. I took a picture of the deck, but I couldn't get any closer without, you know, getting everything. Worried about this. Don't feel like looking it up. Oh, at least I got the key points. That's the thing. Not close enough. Okay. Luna, technically Luna. Ancient Forest. When you activate this card, change any defense position monster to face up attack position. Flip effects are not activated at this time, but monster attacks destroy it at the end of that turn's battle phase. Kestis of Dagla. Equip only to a fairy type monster. It gains 500 attack. If it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, gain life points equal to the damage inflicted. Fairy Wind destroys as many face up spell or trap cards on the field as possible other than this card, and if you do, each player takes damage equal to the total number of cards destroyed by this effect times 300. Pixie Ring. While you control 2 or more face-up attack position monsters, your opponent cannot target your monsters with the lowest attack for an attack. Okay. Ebon Magician Kuran. During your standby phase, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each monster they control. Fairy King Truesdale. While this card is in defense position, all plant type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Hysteric Fairy. Offer 2 monsters on your side of the field as tribute to increase your life points by 1000. Karibon. During damage calculation, if this card is being attacked by your opponent's monster, you take no battle damage from this battle. Your opponent's gains life points equal to the attacking monster's attack, and you return this card to your hand. Needtails. If this face-up card will be destroyed, you can destroy one face-up plant monster you control instead. Regulus. Once per turn, you can select one field spell card in your graveyard, return it to the deck. Spirit of the Breeze. As long as this card remains face up in attack position on your side of the field, increase your life points by 1000 during each of your standby phases. Sunlight Unicorn. Once per turn, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a equipped spell card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of your deck. Sunny Pixie. If this card is sent to the graveyard for the single summon of a light single monster, gain 1000 life points. White Magician Pikaru. During your standby phase, increase your life points by 400 for each monster on your side of the field. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Requires 1 tuna and 1 or more non-tuna monsters. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. Once per turn, you can destroy as many field spell cards on the field as possible, and if you do gain 1000 life points, then you can add 1 field spell card from your deck to your hand. Ancient Pixie Dragon. Requires 1 tuna and 1 or more non-tuna monsters. After resolving a field spell card that was activated during your turn, draw 1 card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up attack position monster on the field for that target. There must be a face-up field spell card on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. Okay, that was a quick rundown. Probably a bad idea to use that field spell card. Finally. He's out of options now, so he's floundering. Let's end this. Yeah, that's part one. Next I'll move on from into like Akiza, Charlie, and on forward. Take a minute to boot up my PS5 so I can start Final Fantasy X. So look forward next week with the part 2 of this. Matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it, the decks that I like, I'm gonna do like 2 matches. The ones that like I really don't give a crap about and I just want to just, you know, do it and get over with, I'll just make it to 1 match, win or lose. I don't really care. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll save myself on time. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Take care.